Hi Soul Risers, welcome back. So I'm putting together a multi-part series on the psychology of romantic relationships, and every week we come across different concepts that help us explore and understand and be able to learn the skills and abilities to navigate in healthy ways around romantic relationships. And so this week we will be talking on the topic of the illusion of perfection. Now, why is this an important topic to talk about? Because perfection is something that we all aim towards. We all set these high expectations. We expect us to be a certain way. We expect our partners or our future partners to be a certain way. And in all, like, it's not the most healthy approach, only because sometimes in the pursuit of perfection we set such high expectations of ourselves and our partner that we don't allow each other to co-create something more beautiful, or something that makes beautiful better, and we end up just judging each other, or bringing in all that toxicity, which is not healthy. And so today's video I will be talking about what is perfection and why is it an illusion. So perfection is this idea that you have to be 100% at something. Well, it's an illusion because if you think about it, from the time we are babies, right? And when we're super duper young, babies in their little innocent brains and minds, they explore the world. They are unlimited in the way they explore, they create, they want to adventure out into the unknown terrain. However, as we grow up, we have something called the voice of knowledge that develops within our brains. And this voice of knowledge is nothing but a composition of the multifarious different voices that come together to form that voice of knowledge. And these multifarious voices are the voice of your mother. They can be the voice of your father, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your friends, your siblings, society, politics, politicians. It can be so many different voices. And so it's important to acknowledge that this idea that you have of perfection is nothing but a product of your external programming that you have internalized. And so once you understand that, you realize that it's not an illusion. Perfection is not an illusion because perfection is an illusion because at the end of the day, no matter which voice you try to appease, try to please, at the end of the day, there's always another voice that will contradict it, because this composition that builds the voice of knowledge is multiple different voices. So one voice may say A is good, while one voice may say A is bad. And so what is perfection? Like, when you're trying to reach for it, if your voice of knowledge itself has all of these other voices, so many different types, it's impossible to please the 100 different voices in your voice of knowledge. And so perfection is an ideal, and it's something that is good to strive towards, with an understanding that I want to be the best version of myself. Even if it's not all perfect, it is going to be what makes me 100% satisfied. And so at the end of the day, it's good to aim towards something that is the best version of you versus your ideal of perfection, because the best and understanding what's the best version of you is to be able to feel that 100% satisfaction, that feeling of satisfaction within. That means that you've given it 100%. Now, sometimes what happens is when people go into relationships with this idea of, oh, I want my partner to be this, this, and this, or I want to be this, this, and this. What happens is that no matter how your partner presents themselves or you present yourself, you're always judging. You're always trying to pick or, find faults. So, and this steals away both your abilities, or whatever relationship you're in or you want to go into, you're not able to co-create that together in a beautiful way. What is a healthy initiative when you get into a romantic endeavor is the fact that you are able to go into it with an open mind, not setting yourself up with such high expectations that it'll lead to disappointment, but going with an open mind, having a flexible view of what you want, the core in a person, and then going in and discovering and being able to adapt and also help co-create together. And co-creation is the key word here, because it's very hopeful. It basically means that no matter how you or your partner is presenting, you can have a conversation and you can talk about how you both can enhance each other. And again, it doesn't come from a place of demand, but it comes from a place of affection, unconditional love, and pure feelings towards each other, where you're not sort of like, I want you to be this and this and this, but it's more like, I love you for who you are, and maybe we can enhance this part of our lives, so we can come to this point where we have a more broader and closer and more intimate understanding and confidence with each other. So that's the sort of approach you want to take when it comes to approaching relationships. Not having an ideal of perfection, because at the end of the day it's an illusion. It's something that you can never reach. You can always just strive for it, but it's the healthy part, the healthy thought and mindset is in wanting to reach for the best version of you, which you understand and feel in the way it feels within emotionally. So you feel that level of satisfaction, that level of good feeling. That's what helps you understand that you tried your best. So I will end this video with this beautiful metaphor of limited beliefs and the universe. So nothing in this world is unlimited. For example, nothing, so let me just correct that. So nothing in this world is devoid of limitations. So nothing in this world is perfect. Why? Because even something like the universe in its infinite vastness is still not limited, because having no limitations is also a limitation. Remember that. So nothing in this world is lack of limitations. Even the fact that you have no limitations is a limitation by itself. So remember this beautiful metaphor that even if the universe is infinite and beautiful and it may seem perfect and all-encompassing, at the end of the day, even if you feel that does not have any limitations, having no limitation is also a limitation. So give yourselves a break, cut yourself some slack, cut your partner some slack, and go in with that unconditional feeling of love and pure joy, and leave out the judgment, leave out that critical mind out the door, and go in with the ability that you can get and manifest and have in your life whatever you want. You just have to be in that mindset of co-creation, of creating something together as you progress through life. So that's all, folks. This week we talked about the illusion of perfection, and I hope you enjoy it. And next week we'll come up with a new theme to talk about, and I look forward to welcoming you all and enjoying this multi-part series into the psychology of romantic relationships. Have a great rest of your week and see you next week. Bye!